Hi, how's it going? I'm Marlene. Thanks for wandering by. And this is Hilo, my pup who's making a cameo into this video. Just depends on whether or not he's like laying on the couch when I decide to film. So hello and welcome back, or welcome to Decan Walk 2023. So if you have no idea what I'm talking about, the Decan Walk is something that I have started this year in March, and we are following the zodiac, the 12 signs of the zodiac around the wheel, beginning with Aries season. And we are taking a look at each decan or 10-degree, 10-day span of each sign as we go through and how it corresponds to the tarot. So if you want to know more, please go ahead and take a look at, in the description box below, maybe in the cards above, I'll put as well my introduction to the Decan Walk video and the subsequent playlist and other videos that I have done on this topic. If you want to follow along, you are welcome to join the Decan Walk anytime throughout the year. You don't have to have started in March with us prior. You can start anytime and you can go at your own pace, however you'd like to do it. These ideas, themes, topics, and things that we're discussing are, I think, important and valuable any time of year, anytime you happen to stumble upon this particular video. So don't feel like you're missing out or can't do it with us. If you want to follow along as we turn over each new decan, subscribe to me. I'm going to be posting either videos or community posts or both of the new decan day, or decan when the new decan day turns over. Also, you can go ahead and join the Boho Tarot Facebook group. My beautiful friend Dawn Michelle has opened up that forum for the Decan Walk, for me to post and for all of us to share in the Boho Tarot Facebook group. Okay, so I think that's all the businessy stuff that, or like the, like little business kind of discussion at the beginning. And we can just get right into it because we are now in a new decan. And I can't tell you how glad I am to get out of the last decan, which was the Five of Pentacles, Mercury in Taurus. And now we have just begun the second decan of Taurus. So we are in Taurus 2, which is Moon in Taurus. And that is corresponds to the tarot card of the Six of Pentacles. This is a card from a deck called the Divine Decan Tarot that was kindly sent to me by Reese Marin. I'll leave a link for all the decks and books and anything that I show in the description box down below as well. So we have arrived at Moon in Taurus, which is the Six of Pentacles. And in this decan, it goes from May 1st through May 10th. Now, I've said this before in a few of my other videos that the dates may be off by 1 or 2 days. So don't, I'm not getting fussed about it. Don't worry about that necessarily too much, okay? But I'm going with what's on this card, May 1st through May 10th. So the Six of Pentacles, and the Hermetic title for the Six of Pentacles is the Lord of Success, or the Lord of Material Success. So now, every time we take a look at a new decan card, we take a look at the majors that are associated with it as well. So we have Moon in Taurus. So the Moon card corresponds to the High Priestess in the tarot. And the Taurus part of things we've seen already in our last decan, which is the Hierophant, which is fixed earth. Taurus is a fixed earth sign, which means, fixed simply means that it comes smack in the middle of the season. So we are in the very heart of the spring season. So we have the moon in Taurus, the high priestess, and the Hierophant. Now, before I get into like what that all means, I want to show you from a couple other tarot decks this time as well. So I also pulled out the Zodiac Tarot. So here is the Six of Pentacles in the Zodiac Tarot, which I think is really cool because it also has the corresponding, the moon in Taurus, astrological signs at the top. And this depiction is pretty cool. It very much, you know, is a Rider-Waite-Smith influence, but I love this moon instead of a head for this figure, which I think is really, really interesting. You know, we have your figure in the center that appears to be handing out coin, money, charity to these folks that are kneeling in front of that character. And then let me show you. So here's the High Priestess in the Zodiac Tarot and has constellations behind her. And this is the Hierophant. So let's take a look at them together. The High Priestess. Here we go. So that's all from the Zodiac Tarot. I love this deck. I love the nightscapes. It's so cool. And yeah, I really like these depictions here. Just a little bit different, a little bit more, it just feels more celestial, right? It feels a little bit more mixed in with the heavens, and it kind of has that, you know, that energy about it. So I also wanted to take a look at the Thoth Tarot, and the Thoth Tarot this is my trimmed version, and I'm like, just, you know, it's the artwork, but the I trimmed it to the artwork with a little bit of a micro border, but it is the Six of Discs in the Thoth is the title, if the title was still on it, is Success. And it has, if you see, it's got the Rosicrucian cross in the center. And these are different planets. You can see the zodiac signs in them. I'm sorry, the glyphs in it, not the zodiac signs. They're the planetary signs. In any case, it is like a lotus flower blossoming. That's the depiction here. And you see moon in Taurus right on the card. And then we have our High Priestess and Hierophant. Something that I think is so exciting about the Thoth is that you can see the blend of the colors of the two majors in the minor card. So you can see where these blues and browns kind of come together in the minor card and the Six of Discs. Okay, so the depictions. I just wanted to show that to you first and then talk about like what this means to me. And after having read, you know, from a bunch of different sources that I have, I'll leave links to all the sources that I have down below, even the ones that I'm not using in case you haven't found, or you just found this video and want to kind of figure out what to, you know, look at or read. There's free resources along with things that I've purchased as well. Okay, so after having gone through like all of my resources, I really enjoyed this particular discovery of the moon in Taurus, or this balance, this push-pull, this give and take relationship between the High Priestess and the Hierophant. Like, it makes so much sense to see this relationship between what is a internal, intuitive moon, corresponding card, that is the High Priestess, versus the Taurus card, which is the Hierophant, which is Earth, which is the external. And I want to kind of just go through some of the things that I highlighted in this book. So the main book that many of us are using is 36 Secrets by T. Susan Chang, who inspired so many people to do, you know, a Decan Walk. I think there's very few like texts like this around, and this is, you know, one of them. So the way that I'm just gonna like hit some, you know, spots that she discussed, highlights things that stood out to me. So these are two guardians of the sacred. So you think of the High Priestess and the Hierophant as two guardians of the sacred. In some decks, I mean, they're like a pair. In some decks, the Hierophant is called the High Priest. So the High Priestess and the High Priest. They symbolize the esoteric and the exoteric. So basically the hidden, the inner, the secret versus the, you know, revealer of the sacred. So they are you know, like the internal and the external. We also, you know, say about the High Priestess that she veils the unknown. She is a gatekeeper. She is the one who keeps and holds the information, whereas the Hierophant is the one who speaks it, reveals it, lets it be known. She is silent where he is vocal. There are, you know, the things that the High Priestess governs can only be known in the heart and mind, whereas the Hierophant governs like all the knowledge that is given and received. The High Priestess is the secret belief which powers magic, and the Hierophant is the ceremony which enshrines it. So you can think of them that way as well. The High Priestess is forever in motion, like the moon. So she is in a cycle. So it's transitory. It's never constant. It's always moving. Whereas the Hierophant is fixed earth. The Taurus, you know, the Taurus sign is fixed earth. They can't get more earthy than than Taurus, right? Some other things in here that the moon is also exalted in the sign of Taurus. So the moon is an honored guest here in the sign of Taurus. So it's a symbiotic relationship, or it's a harmonious relationship. And when you think of it that way, like I can't think of a more beautiful relationship than the moon, you know, moving around the earth. That is a very like easy understanding for, you know, for us to feel that relationship between the way that the moon behaves with the earth. There is that sense of push and pull. The tides, you know, coming in and out. The moon has an effect on us on earth. And it is, yeah, and it's a harmonious relationship. It is also the moon and the earth, right? It's a union of the divine and the human. It can be seen as a union of the male and female, the rains and the earth, above and below, within and without. Basically, it is the moon, you know, the moon in Taurus is this is what Susan Chang says, like the Six of Pentacles representing this idea of the relationship between the moon and Taurus. It is the very epitome of being in the right place at the right time. And so, yeah, and so it's a good place to be, but it doesn't last forever. I have the Secrets of the Thoth from the Thoughts Tarot by Marcus Katz. I'm going to add this to my list of resources. Volume 2 is the one that has all the minor cards. This is what Marcus Katz has to say about the Six of Discs, okay? Because it also means success, right? The card means success, yet it is a success that is instant and pure without attention. We must not be attached to it, for like the moon, it is transitory and in constant change of phase state, even in earthy Taurus, okay? So it is a give and take, right? A success that is give and take. It is a push and pull. It is a give and take. What better way to see that? And you can see that played out both in this depiction and in this depiction of the Six of Pentacles. So all that to kind of get us to a place where we want to, where I want to take this in order to investigate my own life. And what does all this stuff mean coming together? And how can I learn from this? And what can I use in order to grow? And so I created a spread for this Decan for over the next 10 days that you can do whenever you'd like. That is, that features the High Priestess and the Six of Pentacles, or the High Priestess and the Hierophant. So in this spread, what I'm asking you to do is put the Hierophant in the middle of your spread, because the Hierophant, it represents our fixed earth, right? Our earth. And then what I want you to do is use one High Priestess or several High Priestesses in the spread, because there's going to be different positions around, cycling around the Hierophant, because the Hierophant has the keys, and the High Priestess represents like the secrets, right? The inner knowing, the secrets, the internal. And so together they can unlock secrets to success. So that's what the spread is all about. You can take the High Priestess, one of them, and move her with every single pull that you do. Or you can pick out different High Priestesses from different different decks if you'd like to as well, and have her there. I like the idea of her moving through your spread with you. I think that's how I'm going to do it, and have her move just with me as she cycles around the earth. And yeah, so I'm going to put the link to the PDF for the spread down below, and I will also I'll also post a picture of the spread in the Boho Tarot Facebook group and here on my community posts. I think that there is a lot to learn from a push and pull relationship that is harmonious yet transitory. So everybody wants to know the secret to success. And I feel like it's a very personal, subjective kind of answer. But I feel like this idea of this harmonious time of year, and thinking about the relationship that the moon has with the earth, and the relationship that the High Priestess has with the Hierophant, kind of gives us that idea of where are we, in this Six of Pentacles. What is success? Success is defined by the individual. I think what feels successful to one person may not to another. Maybe it has to do with, and I mean, it may not have anything to do with material or monetary, gain. Like success can be accolades, success can be, your family, success can be your own personal spiritual growth. Success can mean and be so many things to so many different people that's why I created this spread, in order for you to navigate or ask yourself or move through what that means to you. So the spread question is, how can I cultivate success? and each of the spots are going to be a secret like the High Priestess, to unlock, because the Taurus, the Hierophant, is the one who helps us unlock it. And yeah, so there's just like, yeah, there's so many different ways to go about that. And I kind of left it open, you know, very open for you to engage with it in a way that makes sense with you. This is the way that this makes sense to me. And I'm excited about these next 10 days. I feel like it's going to be a very different type of energy to move through, where we think of cycles and transition and what is given and what is received, like what is, you know, internal and versus what is external, within and without, and all those like fun, fascinating kind of dualities is what I'm thinking of. So I hope you enjoyed this, and like I said, you'll find everything that you need down below. Please share with me your interpretations, your spreads, what you're doing. If you want to be a part of the playlist, make sure you tag me and use the hashtag Decan Walk 2023 so that I don't miss your video and can add you along with the rest of us. So thanks for sticking around with me, and I hope that you all have a beautiful, wonderful Decan 2 of Taurus 2, and a beautiful, wonderful day. Bye now.